Everybody, my name is Jay Martin. I'm right there, and this is a Shogun game. I've been playing this for a couple days now, and I don't really have anything that intelligent to share with you about how to be better at the game. I frankly I suck at it. I think I'm batting about 500 right now, or winning about half of my matches. And it's weird, man. Like I'll play a good player, and I'll like somebody I know is a good like Napoleon player, and I'll beat them, and then I'll lose to like a random, one ranked player, and all that shit. So I don't really know what's going on. Hopefully I'll learn some more about the game and be able to bring y'all some videos that have some tips and some tactics in them and everything. But so I figured I'd at least put this video up on my channel with kind of like my impressions and maybe start a little conversation. Y'all can, leave your comments or have a little debate or whatever you want to do there. But so here we go. I think the game is about to load. Yeah, look at those guys. It's a fine looking army. I call pink, by the way. Pink is that's my color. That's gonna be my army. So you guys just be something else. You see the pink horde coming at you? You'll know what's going on. Pink horde, that's me. That's me right there. Anyway, this is a 1v1 game, and I'm marching up the hill to get a hold of this building. I kind of think this is a neat idea. It might discourage camping a little bit. I'm not really sure. Whatever. I could do without it. It doesn't seem to be a huge deal. I'm not really sure. But that's my initial strategy, is to march up the hill, take the high ground, and then also to capture this shrine that'll give me like +1 morale or something. Here's some things I do and don't like about the game. First, don't like. You can't alt tab. Alt tab like causes the game to crash, which is like a huge fucking bitch. Okay, this is why the fuck does this happen? Okay, we gotta fix this. And then some other things about multiplayer that I don't like in general. I don't like the idea of the RPG aspect or the leveling up your general aspect. I really like to play games that are even and that are equal, and that both teams have access to the same like units and the same quality of units. Now, I think the whole veteran unit thing is kind of cute. It might be cool. It'll depend if the extra value for those units compared to the extra cost for those perks works. You know what I mean? Works out in an equitable manner. So I think the veteran unit shit might be cool, but it isn't fair to play somebody when they have access to better units than you do. Like, for instance, I played like my first 4 or 5 games, and I didn't really know what was going on, and like got my ass kicked. And later on, I look back and I'm like, oh, well, they had like tier 2 and tier 3 units, and I was using the tier 1 units. So, that kind of blows. That's kind of fucking stupid. The matchmaking feature I think is cool, or a good idea, because it's theoretically supposed to pair you up against like people kind of in your skill zone or like the same rank as you, but it's not pairing me up with people exactly the same rank as me. And the other thing I really hate about the matchmaking feature is when you start a matchmaking game and you get to the army build screen, it starts a timer for 1 minute, and if you don't have your army built in that 1 minute or selected in that 1 minute, then you're just fucked. Like in this game, I had $1,950 left that I didn't spend. Like I could have 3 more cav units right here that I don't fucking have. So, that's kind of a fucking hassle. It would have been really cool if I could have had like my full complement of units. I don't understand why they put the countdown timer set for 1 minute. I mean, why don't we just wait till both players click go? I don't understand this big change. Here's something funny happens. You do not want to run into the red line. Watch this shit. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. While this is going on in the game, I was like, what the fuck? Watch this. The power of the pink. Here it is, baby. Oh, invisible wall. Crunch. That's got to be one fantastic Lancer charge. If these guys are even really Lancers, I don't fucking know. Anyway. So those are some things, like some thoughts, things I don't like or do like about the multiplayer aspect of the game. I wish they would find ways to make it more even and more balanced. The whole like have to win a game while your little marker is on a particular province of the map to give you like a bonus is pretty much bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you get the province where your archers are +5 accuracy, well, in Napoleon, that would be, like, considered serious cheating, you know what I mean? Like, an advantage like that would be a huge fucking deal. So, it's kind of like a bullshit multiplayer experience in the fairness aspect, in my opinion, right now. Okay. Okay, so some things about the tactics of the game that I think. The first is, and Trip Hammer's been bitching about this like all week, about how it just seems like melee blobs and everything, and I kind of want to agree with him. I'm a big fan of the art of maneuver and positional advantage that Napoleon really encourages, and this game seems to eliminate some of the necessity on maneuver, and it seems to replace that with just finding good unit matchups. Like, this game is essentially rock, paper, scissors. You have spear infantry, cav, and sword infantry. Sword infantry has an advantage against spear infantry. Spears have an advantage against cav, and cav have an advantage against swords. And the extent of those advantages are really, really strong. Like, a sword unit totally fucks up a cav unit. A spear unit totally fucks up a cav. A sword really fucks up a spear, yada, yada, yada. And then you got archers there on the side, but they suck. So, you know, it seems to me like a lot of the skill of maneuver and I don't want to say the microcontrol is gone, but a lot of that has disappeared. Like, the whole concept of positional advantage doesn't really exist in this game, and it just seems to be all about maneuvering or placing your armies in positions where they have unit type matchups that are positive for you. So it seems to be a little more boring, and it does all seem to devolve into melee ball at one level or another. There's Cav trying to get into his general in the back. Now, that should have been a really successful charge, but like, I get caught in melee there. I think I actually kill his general eventually here, but it doesn't really work too well. I'm kind of on the fence, or I'm kind of undecided on the issue of these games are really, really fast, and if your general dies, then your whole army is going to chain route. Like, units route really fast, units chain route really fast. The game's really, really fast, and if you make like a mistake or a blunder, then it's kind of hard to pull back from that. You know, I don't really know how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you could have some pretty groovy comebacks in Napoleon. I don't think you're really going to have comebacks in this game. My other big complaint from a user interface perspective is it's really hard to play, even like if you're down here at normal camera height. Like, it's impossible to tell from the unit cards what types of units they are. Like, look at my pink flags right there. You can't tell by looking at the flag what kind of unit that is. And, you know, because I've got this bright pink color scheme, you really have to look over and be like, okay, that's a lone sword Ashigaru, and it gets more confusing. Like, I've named that unit Cock Monster, and so when there's the unit name there, you're like, okay, Cock Monster, oh, it's a Yari Samurai, okay. But it's hard to tell at a glance what types of unit a unit is, and that's even more asinine, because the whole fucking way to win is to get unit type advantage, right? Like, if I can't tell if that's a spear or a sword, then I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going. You know what I mean? So, I mean, please make the unit cards easier to just see what kind of unit it is at a glance. And moreover, because the little unit flags are so narrow, it's hard to select a unit properly. Like, when you're playing, it's hard to click on one of your units and know you got the unit. And that's compounded by the fact that, like, all these units wind up in a big fucking ball like this. See all these units? It's, like, impossible to select one unit from that, you know? It's just really hard to control units quickly. In Napoleon, it's easy because units usually aren't overlapping like this, but they're super overlapped right here. And so it's hard to tell what's going on. And, like, I lost a game earlier today because, quite honestly, I've lost a couple games just because of that issue. Like, I charged Cav at a unit type that I hadn't unlocked yet, and I was like, dude, I'm going to fuck up these swords. Well, it turned out that they were spears, and I just got destroyed. Like, this spear unit routed 3 of my cav because I couldn't fucking tell it was a spear type unit, right? It was a unit type that I haven't unlocked, so I didn't know what the name meant, and I misinterpreted the little flag. I thought it had a sword and not a spear. So, like, I totally lost the fucking game because of that, and I don't like that. But that's the end of this particular game, and that's me kind of ranting over some things that I don't like. If you don't have the game yet, obviously that gives you some insight into what you're getting. For my money, I still think Napoleon's a better game. I hope people keep playing it. I'm going to keep playing it. But I'm going to play this too. I mean, it's fun. Anyway, that's it. Oh, also, I at twreplays.com, I put up categories for Shogun. So if you want to upload your replays for other people to watch, you can do that at twreplays.com. I really encourage you to do that. It's a really, really bitchin' thing. So upload some replays at twreplays.com. If you have any questions, you can message me on Steam or on YouTube, and I'd love to walk you through the process. So once again, thanks for watching. I'm Jay Martin. Bye.